my makeup loving friends, how's it going? Welcome back. It has been another week, so that means that we have a whole week's worth of new makeup releases to talk about. With me, I have the beautiful, gorgeous, perfect, amazing Tia.
Oh my
I ran
God.
out of words. I ran out of words. That's how amazing you are. I mean, you know the drill. You've seen Tia on this before. She is rather spectacular in many ways, and she does have her own Patreon. She has her own YouTube. She is pretty cool. I'm going to put all of her details down in the description box. Give her a follow, a like, and subscribe, all of the general things. You know the score. So we're going to get into some quick little general announcements first before we get into the whole thing. So apparently Shiseido have sold Bare Minerals Buxom and Laura Mercier, which is yeah, so I mean, we'll see what's going on there. Maybe getting rid of some dead weight, who knows? And then apparently Doll Beauty are, it seems, going to rebrand. So they said that they're taking steps to make Doll Beauty 100% vegan, clean, and suitable for all. But rather importantly, the biggest news, I think, this week, the best news has been that our very own beautiful, amazing, magnificent Elena of Elena Glam has gone on to Kimchi's PR. She has an affiliate code. She went live with Kimchi Beauty during the week. Yes, hopefully she'll still be my friend now that, you know, she's famous, or she's maybe gonna do that whole, you know, like, I'm too cool to talk to. She does have an affiliate code with Kimchi, which gives you 15% off. That's right, 15, a whole 15%. So it's Elena Glam. I'll put the details of that down below in the description box, because you know that you want to treat yourself. We're all about enabling that sort of life. But that's it in terms of like kind of general news. It's actually quite nice, quite positive this week. And I have lots of people to thank for tagging me in content this week. So big thank you to Brianna, Ali, Gillian, JW, Daniela, Shanna, Chrissy, Susie, Gina, Beth, Sue, Rhiannon, Missa, Heather P, Kat, Manuela T, Franca, Gaia, Wilma, Cheryl, Cecily, Becky, Raffiana, Alexis, Sylvia, Paula, Katie, Jades, Manuela A, Chris, Hannah Louise, Teresa, Hannah Monsoon, Nisha, Amina, Heidi, Emily, Pi, Pidonia, Brogan, Shalina, Louise, Tia, Sophie, Tony, Haley, Kim, Amy, Sarah L, Charlie, Letty, Felicity, Eve, and Kerry. Oh my God, it's a long list. I very much appreciate it. You know the drill. You make the content. And a huge thank you to my Patreons. You're a pretty excellent bunch, and I'm quite fond of you. And a very, very big, happy birthday to our very own Sylvia. Sylvia's rather excellent. Check her out. She goes live on her channel like every Thursday evening, so I end up missing it because I'm filming. But she's pretty cool, and we're quite fond of her over here. And yeah, that leads us on to the theme. Yeah, I actually partook in the theme this week, because last week I was lazy. But this week it was a really fantastic idea from our own Abigail, and she said, well, why don't you use a brand that you really like and kind of follow their aesthetic? And I was like, oh, I kind of like that idea. So I'm sure that you'll all be shocked to hear that I went with Lois Cosmetics. I know,
nobody would have guessed that. I went with Kaleidos because I just really love their products.
I mean, you do not need to justify yourself.
I have so many palettes from Kaleidos, like maybe most of any other brands. So that tells that I do like them.
Yeah, and you know the drill. My Patreons have done their own looks and are annoyingly talented. So screw them all. Here you go. Yeah, so I mean, let's just get straight on into it. So kind of the first thing that a lot of people tagged me in this week was Sensorium Beauty's first ever eyeshadow palette. So if you don't know, Sensorium Beauty is basically by Alexis Stone, the drag queen, and they've kind of been using their brow engineers. That's been kind of the first thing they came up with. And this is their first ever eyeshadow palette, and they call it the Chapter 1. So it's kind of like, ooh, oh, is there another one coming? Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Now they've kind of collaborated with BPerfect, it seems, to do this, because BPerfect are the ones who are sending this out. Anyways, it's a Mahusive palette.
Or
Because
is it BPerfect who owns Sensorium Beauty?
I don't know. It's a little bit unclear.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
It's a 36 pan eyeshadow palette. So there are 29 mattes, 7 transformative shimmers, and apparently 1 diverse colour book, whatever that means. Anyways, it's available now for £39.95. Some of you may have known that I bought it, but it arrived damaged and also smelt so toxic that I've since returned it, actually, and I was too frightened to ask for a replacement in case it had the same really bad smell, because I just have a thing about smells. But
Yeah.
I will say the colour story is really, really interesting, and I will also say that when I put on Instagram about having the issue of the palette being damaged, that Alexis was actually very nice and was like, oh, reach out to the team, we'll get you sorted. And I was like, oh, that's nice.
That's very, good of him to
I was
do
like,
that.
okay, I'm cool with that. So
I like this palette. I was pretty excited when it launched. I like the colors in it. It looked, first glance, it looked kind of mismatchy. I couldn't really put my finger on the color story. But if you kind of split it to 2, so 3 rows on the top and 3 rows on the bottom would be 2 different palettes.
yeah.
It kind of makes more sense that way.
But even you could put it into 4 separate 9
Yeah,
palettes.
that was the other thing, that 4 sections, and then the color story makes more sense. I don't like when brands do this kind of mishmatchy, the colors are all over the place. I feel for me, I struggle to figure out a look to do when there's where there's so when the colors aren't organized how I would want to. But it's really nice, really pretty palette. I won't be getting it though, because I'm saving my pennies to go meet Teresa in real life.
Yes, beware that towards the end of October, Tia is touching down in Ireland, and we will be doing an in-person R&R, but it will be the same style as I was in Edinburgh with Missa. It'll just be the highlights, because I'm going to be busy enjoying myself and also working. But I found it really interesting that when I put it to you guys, it was quite neck and neck. It was 51% if you wanted it and 49% if you didn't. So really quite divisive,
Yeah, I think it's that kind of a palette that you're gonna either like it or hate it, because I know a lot of people don't like when the palettes are so mismatched, the placement of colors doesn't make any sense.
Then the next thing we have is Colourpop. So another day, another Colourpop release. This is their Sonic Bloom collection. So there's a palette for $18, 6 different lip stains. They're $8 each. There's color sticks, so they're $7 each. $7 for their cheek juice, which again are all existing.
The packaging is so pretty, absolutely stunning. Look at those colors in there. Look at that package. And why is the inside so boring? I get so bored with Colourpop. This is nothing new. The packaging is new, the packaging is great, but the inside is the same what they always do. Why do such a beautiful packaging if it doesn't match what it's inside?
I mean, there's some shades in the palette that kind of correspond to the packaging.
They're so muted, so neutral. They have this already.
I mean,
if you hear something on the background, Freya's going crazy, with the.
For those who will inevitably comment, we can't control cats.
Yeah.
Nobody can.
Freya's gonna do what Freya's gonna do. We're gonna have to.
Oh well. And apparently Colourpop are gonna do whatever Colourpop want.
Yeah.
And apparently,
are people buying these things? That's what I'm thinking. Or is it that they keep trying and trying until they get something that goes?
But I mean, we definitely have seen something like this before. It's so uninteresting, and I get that they're cheap and they're affordable if you're in the States, And
Yeah.
I think there are just those people out there who are collectors, but because they like release so fast, I'm like, who could collect these?
Yeah. Who
Cost so
could
much.
get everything? Like nobody.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't get why they keep doing those cheek dews, because I've heard that they're like non-existent on your skin.
but then when I put it to you guys, 19% of you guys wanted it, and 81% of you said, not for me. And then this is also from Colourpop, but can I just say a complete 180? I'm going to say it. I love this. I think this is really bloody interesting.
Me too.
This is Colourpop and their collaboration with Disney. This is their Tinkerbell collection. So obviously there's the obligatory eyeshadow palette. There's some cream gel pencils. There's some Super Shock shadows. There's some Super Shock cheek kind of blushes. And there's some glossy lip stains. I think every portion of this is fabulous.
Yeah, I don't hate anything. Like the palette, the color story is so beautiful. The shimmers and the mattes, yeah, it doesn't have that many mattes, but it does have enough, you know, a couple of pinks that you can like blend in the crease and pick like a shimmer. And then you have a darker green and a lighter green. So you could do a look with it. Obviously, I'm that kind of person who wants to like add 10 different shades to blend something out, but you could do it with just this one. And like the Super Shock shadows and the like blushes and everything in this collection, the packaging is like so beautiful. Why would they have to release the other collection? Just focus on this. Like, I don't get it.
You're so capable of doing something really amazing. You come out with rubbish, and then you come out with this, and I'm like, I don't know what to think here. It's a bit like how we were confused with MAC last week. And I was like, oh, such dizzying heights, and then such terrible fails. What are you doing? I love that the Super Shock cheeks are really dark. So I think these would look beautiful on a darker skin tone. And we don't see collections that cater towards darker skin tones. So I'm here for. I also love that there's a matte black in that eyeshadow palette.
Is it a matte black or is it like a really dark green? Because in some pictures it looks like a really dark green, and in some pictures it looks black.
You know what? So, either way, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's I'm good with whatever in that sense.
Yeah.
I do think there's a good gradient with it. I think this is excellent. This is really good.
Oh, and that like limey green Super Shock shadow, and they have like a really pretty green liner there, and like this talks to me on a deeper level. And the shimmers on that palette look so beautiful. Like they don't look those like boring like shimmer shade that sometimes Colourpop does that aren't even that like, you know, shimmery. They're just like kind of meh. But those look really pretty.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I think this is really well done. The packaging, everything, it's super, super cute. Yeah. It seems that a lot of you guys agreed with it because 69% of you said low-key love it. Then, obviously, we have known that BPerfect is coming out with another collaboration with Stacy Marie. This is one of the things that we knew kind of early on in the week that was coming out, and these are some of the shadows. So it seems that there's 6 different liquid shadows. They are available now for £9.95. So it goes all the way from like red through to like a sort of a coppery brown.
I don't like them. I think they're such a boring shades too. They could have done such beautiful shades. They know how to do them. Come on. Like, why are they all the same?
Yeah.
Like they're all in the same, like warm, orangey, goldy, ready. Like, come on, where's the greens that you have in the palette?
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking, was if this is meant to correspond with the eyeshadow palette, it's only corresponding to one section from it.
Yeah. I think they could have done this so much better. I'm kind of disappointed actually on the green shadows. And they don't look like, they look like cream shadows, like metallic green cream shadows. They don't look like glittery. Yeah. Like, you know, so I don't usually tend to go for those kind of shadows anyway. I like them to be like very extra. Yeah. I get, because, you know, I'm extra. But I don't like these. I don't like even one of them. Like I wouldn't even pick like one of them because
Yeah,
I
they're
think
not,
they're not that, they're not for me.
they're not something that would make you turn your head.
Yeah.
Like I just, they're so lackluster. There's nothing interesting about it. I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. However, you guys do not agree. 64% of you said that you love it. But that leads us on to then the full collab of the eyeshadow palette. So they were kind of like drip feeding us through the week of like showing us row by row. Just today in the last hour or so, they have shown us what the actual palette looks like. So it does seem to have kind of three different sections. So one is quite warm, like warm neutral. Then the middle is kind of like a slightly more cool toned neutral. And then
like peachy shades.
yeah, and then the final section then is kind of green sections. It's kind of like a grungy neutral sort of palette.
They're really fall tones,
Yeah.
like, you know, greens and oranges and like, you know, those really like yellowy, mustardy shades. I like this. It's not my favorite carnival. I do like my like colorful stuff. I really like the green section. I do like the reddy, orangey section. I'm not so fussed about the middle section. That's the one that I don't see myself using that section as much as the other ones.
I agree. They could have
I'm
omitted.
not like rushing to buy this either because like I have these colors. Maybe I'm gonna like treat myself for Christmas, but this is really a pretty palette and I can like see really pretty grungy looks with this palette that I could do, and I do like those looks. But it's kind of like I already have so much of this. I was kind of hoping that this would like, they kind of like disappoint me a bit. Like I kind of was hoping it would be more grungy, more, you know, something more. But this is still really pretty. Like I don't hate it, but I don't absolutely adore it either.
Yeah, I mean, I hope that it does well because Stacy Marie works really, really hard and she deserves it. And I do think she was quite clever in that she'd taken a different turn because
Yeah.
she's doing her rainbow palettes. And I think this is a genuinely, like this fills kind of a void in her collections so far with BPerfect. So I think she was really smart on that. That being said, I think we've seen a lot of kind of palettes of this ilk in the last while. I mean, Lois Cosmetics, the Meet Me in the Underworld has similar vibes, you know. We have the Wilderness palette by Beauty Bay, again, similar vibes from that.
Like these are smaller than that, but they have the same vibe.
They do.
So I'm kind of like, why is it that big? It's even bigger than the Love Tahiti. I would have actually think it would have been so smart of them to release those 3 different like sections in a smaller palettes that people could buy what they want. I would have bought the green one, possibly the reddy orangey one, but then I could have left out that like middle section that isn't so much for me, you know.
I 5,000% agree because I just gotten the green section. Like, I'm not interested in any of the rest. I'd have pushed the warm section because I like the purpley bits at the bottom, but I have stuff like this. I don't need it. I hope she does well, but I'm also kind of trying not to get anything from BPerfect at the moment, but that's just my thing. What I thought was really interesting was when I polled you guys initially, we just saw like the outside of the packaging, and when I said, you know, what do you think? 82% wanted it, and then by the time that they'd shown us the first 3 rows, that changed. It dropped quite dramatically from 82% to 58%. Then Beauty Bakery have this new brush set, and they also have the Sprinkles and Spice body glitters. So of course they're careful to call them body glitters, so obviously they may not be eye safe. I swear that I sneak peeked this eye brush set a long time ago.
Yeah.
But now it's out. I mean, I get it. It's kitschy. It's that whole, we're beauty bakery and here are the little implements. But I'm kind of like, eh?
I hate it.
But like most of the time when you're storing your brushes, you're storing them, with the bristles.
Yeah, you wouldn't even see those.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of pointless.
I hate those so much. I think they're just unnecessary. Why?
And it's $30 for those brushes. I mean, the only thing I could think of is they'd be a really cute gift for somebody who likes makeup and likes baking.
Yeah, maybe she could do like you who like makeup and baking, do like a showpiece on the wall with those, with the packaging. That's the only reason I could see someone buying it. Oh my God. Freya, are you okay?
She's like, no.
She's like, I'm having zoomies.
That's fair. That's fair. I wish Beauty Bakery'd have zoomies. The thing is, like, I want Beauty Bakery to do well. Like, I like their ethos. They're actually really good at giving back to the community. I'm all for that. I think they actually present themselves in a really classy way. They basically had a lot of their ideas stolen at one point by, another makeup brand, and were very gracious about it. So I'm just like sitting here in the corner kind of going, oh, I really want you guys to do well, but don't do this. This is not how we do it. But I mean, look, it is what it is. When I put it to you guys then, 19% of you said yes, please. I got tagged in this an awful lot, I think because I have a love of green. This is from Sugar Drizzle Polish, and this is their The Pickle palette. It's coming out on the 2nd of September, and it's going to be $21.95. There are 2 mattes, and the rest are duochromes.
I kind of wish it was all duochromes because I can't see myself using that as a standalone palette. Like, I don't hate it, but I won't like run out to buy it. Like, it's not for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think if you're going to do a palette like this, just go swerve straight into it and do a full duochrome. Like, particularly when it's that small. Smaller palette, to have 2 mattes. I mean, what are you going to do with 2 mattes? Anyways, just go balls to the wall and make it a full duochrome, kind of like how It's did with their Break the Rules palette, and they made it like an all kind of like metallic shimmer / duochrome, and that was perfect. Because it's an accompanying palette. It's a companion palette, and I think this is what this palette is going to be, or should be, is a companion palette. But I don't think they've done it 100% correct.
Yeah, like I don't think those mattes are necessary there.
But when I put it to you guys, I think you guys were having kind of similar thoughts to it, or to us, because 41% of you said it tickles your pickle. Then we have Belegant Cosmetics, and this is their candy collection, which basically dropped today as we're filming. So it's 2 different blush trios. So there's Butterscotch, which is the lovely orange kind of mustard, and then that kind of a peachy corally red. And then there's Jelly Bean, which has a vivid red, a very vivid pink, and quite a strong purple. Oh my God, I think this is gorgeous.
So pretty. They're both beautiful. I could see like the Jelly Bean one, amazing for deeper skin tones, because actually, like, if you have the right tone of purple, deeper skin tones like actually suit it. Really, like, it looks beautiful. And the Butterscotch one, like, come on, the yellow, the orange, and then like a peachy color there. I would have maybe liked to see like a shimmery peachy or shimmery like yellow orange there. They're all matte, I think.
Yeah,
but they're really pretty. Like,
I would just put a highlighter on top of that.
Oh yeah, that would have been also amazing. I've never heard of this brand, I don't think.
Yeah, no, they've been around for about 2 years or something like that. Yeah, I think this is absolutely gorgeous, and I actually think that both palettes would work for a deeper skin tone as well.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually quite an inclusive launch. Generally, I'm not big on like them putting like face trios or whatever together, because I'm kind of like, oh, how much use? I kind of wish they'd done it as singles. That being said, I think they were smart about the way that they grouped it, because if you want orange blush, you're probably also going to want a yellowy blush.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of grouped them together in a really logical way. And I think this is really quite excellent. Like, I really like the look of this. It's simple packaging, but whatever, I don't really care. Like, it's blush, like, as long as it does what I need it to do.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely fabulous. But you guys are clearly feeling rather unwell because only 29% of you said that you loved it. So you need to go and take a long, hard look in the mirror.
Yeah. Were you drunk and accidentally pressed the wrong button, or?
That's what I'm assuming happened.
Yeah, that's the only reason I would think anyone would press that.
And speaking of getting drunk and making bad decisions, this is Milk Makeup. This is what I'm assuming was a drunken decision because they've come out with this Sunshine Under Eye Brightening Light Coverage Concealer. The idea itself, not bad, but the shade range. What in 1998 hell is this? This is a big brand and they are giving, that is the total shade range, 7.
That's not good.
You know what? I need to give a written apology to ABH because it was only the other week that I was saying to them, do you know what? That shade range of concealers isn't enough. And then Milk Makeup went, let me show you my shade range. And I'm like, they have a quarter of what ABH have. And I'm like, what are you doing? The caucasity is utterly gross.
Yeah, like I see that it's like light cover, it's okay, but still like, why is the applicator also looks very weird? Would that get caught like clogged because like if it dries, the product dries there?
And this is exactly why I'm saying 1998 hell, because A, shade range, and then B, the tools are like going backwards in terms of like hygiene and like usability and application. And they have like the audacity to ask for $28 for this.
I don't get it. I don't like it. I wouldn't go out to get it. There's one deep shade, one.
A token deep shade.
And that's not even that deep.
Yeah, and when you look at the lighter end, there's quite a few light shades.
Yeah.
Like
there's like 3 light to fair and then like 3 light to medium and then 1 dark.
Like the jump is ridiculous. I put it forward to you guys, and again, you know, you're on a similar wavelength to us. Do appreciate it. 16% of you said that you love this. This next one, very interesting. So I think it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago that I was talking about that Schwarzkopf were getting into the makeup game. And I'm just like, what is going on? So we know that people have been using like their got-to-be stuff as like brow gel and stuff. And it obviously word got back to them because now they've come out with this. This is the Glued for Brows and Edges by Got2b. And it's apparently available now in Europe. So we can pick it up. And it's coming worldwide soon.
I think it's smart. But if it's the same stuff that you're getting in a big tube, like I've used this to my brows, like the bigger tube, and it's good. But like I can't imagine like the one little like mascara tube that you get that much product and it's gonna be more expensive that way. But if this is like even more of a hold, because like I like the Got2b glued on my brows, but you have to work it in a bit. If this is even more of a hold, like it's quicker to use, then I'm like, interesting. I'm interested to try it. I have to see if it comes to like stores here and how much it is. Like that's gonna decide it for me, because if it's like 10 euros, I'm like, no, because you can get like the big tube for like 6 euros.
Exactly, and that's what I want to see is a comparison of the ingredients list between the tube and this new kind of wanded thing. Is it actually a different formula, or are they trying to essentially pink tax us of kind of going, it's a make now, so here, pay more money for this? And it's like, oh lads. I do think it's an interesting concept. I think this is actually quite smart of them to get into this. They saw that that's what people were using their products for. They know that, you know, makeup is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So yeah, I mean, I'm intrigued. I do think it's interesting. Not that I do much with my brows, but I do sometimes put like a gel through it. So I may pick this up again, like Tia was saying, depends on the price. very much depends on the price. You guys seem to have a similar thought because 55% of you said that you wanted it. BH Cosmetics are collaborating with Iggy Azalea. I know, it's so strange. So this is Iggy Azalea's collection with BH Cosmetics, and it's a proper like time warp because it's all like 2000s stuff, which I'm like, oh, Colourpop beat you to it, lads. There's the totally 2000s eyeshadow palette. So there's 3 different 9 pans. They're $17. The, oh God, Oral Fixation High Shine Lip Gloss, and they come in I'm Psychic, That Was Sexual, and Sex Sells, which I'm like, oh lads.
Why?
Yeah. And also, is it 2004 yet? And there's a totally snatched 6-color face palette. There's a Too Good For You false lashes. Then there's the total package, which is an 8-piece face and eye brush set with a wrap. It's $29. There's the Stay Pressed beauty sponge with a case for $7. The Where You Been Biatch travel case for $17, and the 99% devil hand mirror for $19. That is coming out on August 29th, so not quite available yet. But can I just say the packaging looks so cheap and AliExpress.
Yeah, I thought this was like W7 or something. You know, duping some Huda palettes again. Like, why are the palettes $17? Come on. It's like, aren't these ones like the same price? And you get such a nice package and like, what? I'm so confused. I don't like any of the palettes. I don't like anything in this collection. I think the names are so cringy. Like, what? I don't like this. I think I don't get where they were going with this.
No, I'm kind of embarrassed looking at this.
Yeah.
I know that they were kind of going like, oh, it's retro, but I'm like, you've gone so retro that this does actually look like this came out in 2000.
Yeah, it actually looks like that it's been on waiting there for.
That they just went into their warehouse and they were like, oh, we found this. I suspect that the higher price tag is down to the collaboration with Iggy Azalea. And that
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No.
Like, I don't think the consumer should pay more on collab products. I think they should split it with the company and the creator. Not that we would have to pay the extra price for it.
I mean, I'm going to say, I kind of think they all are ugly, the palettes.
Yeah. I don't like this at all, like not one bit. Like the brushes, they're kind of nice. Like, I don't hate them. But like, the packaging is so busy. Like, I can't get a grip of like, it hurts my eyes to watch this.
It looks cheap. It looks tacky. It looks like something I would get in Primark pennies for like $2.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I'm really disappointed because I think BH are really, really good. They're one of the best affordable brands out there. And I think just this shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I think this was like, they didn't hit the mark with this one.
No.
Not at all.
No, definitely not. And when I put it to you guys, 11% of you said that you wanted it. Then Rare Beauty are coming out with the Perfect Strokes Universal Volumizing Mascara. So it's going to be available from August 30th. It's apparently cruelty-free and vegan, and there's apparently castor oil in it, which is essentially like a conditioning agent for your lashes. Look, I'll be honest, I don't care about mascara. I think
it's exactly the same. I'm like, boring. It doesn't excite me at all. Like, I'm like, release this with something else exciting, and I'd be like, oh, the mascara is nice, but mascara on its own, I'm like, why? Like, I get why they're releasing mascara, but I'm like, also, like, don't care. I'm not gonna buy a really expensive mascara because I can buy like a €4 Essence one, which is amazing, and because I wear false lashes, I don't really care what mascara I have underneath there.
I think this is only relevant for people who don't do falsies and are just mascara, which would have been me maybe 10 years ago. But now, the lash must be on. Like,
Yeah.
I think this makes
Like, I
sense.
don't get the why release one mascara? Why do it like mascara, liner, like eye pencils, like
Yeah.
make it more like, I don't actually get why they have to release this one per product at a time.
Yeah.
But I like the wand. The wand looks nice. I like those kind of wands on my mascaras.
When I put it to you guys, then 20% of you said that you wanted it. Then the final thing that we're going to talk about in detail is Trixie Cosmetics. And this is part of the Plant Gay collection. And there's a palette for $48. There are 3 lip glosses, which are $16 each. You can get the PR box, which includes the palette and the 3 glosses, for $105. There's a mirror for $26, a bucket hat for $26, a water bottle for $20, and some scrunchies, which are $10 each.
It's so expensive, but I don't hate the palette. It's from Trixie. I think this is actually like the best palette that she's came up with.
I agree.
But it's not something that I feel like it doesn't have enough depth in it. Like there's a couple of darker shades, but not that like deep. I wish that it had a black maybe that you could deepen it even more. I don't need those neutrally shades there. I don't get why they're there. It's like it's okay, but it's not enough for me to get it.
I do find it kind of interesting that like in some of the promo pictures with Trixie, she's, you know, the dark black eye. And I'm like, but you have no black in the palette.
Yeah, it's just a liner. That's
Yeah. It's kind of a little bit of a mismatch. So I'm like, oh,
yeah.
where the palette? Which I'm sure she does. I do think this is absolutely stunning. I think this is such a pretty palette. A weird time of the year for this to come out though.
Yeah, it's more like spring to me than like autumn palette, you know.
Unless she's going for like the people who are like in the southern hemisphere, because they're going to be heading into spring now.
Yeah.
You know, cater to all the markets. You know, I don't hate this, but it's really difficult to get Trixie Cosmetics here, and it's just, yeah. I mean, I don't hate it. It's one of those things that I think if I saw it in a shop, like in a store, I would probably be like,
yeah. If you could like swatch it and all, but like the swatches that you look there, like I don't think this is gonna work for that deep skin tones. Like when you see the deepest one that they have, that is not actually that deep. Like most of the shade looks really pastel.
It reminds me a little bit, not completely, of the Kaleidos Flower Punk.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, like I can see, so it's not a dupe by any means.
No.
Well, I think there's some similarities just in the, you know, the pink green kind of.
Yeah.
So I do think out of everything that she's come out with so far,
I think this is the most interesting one.
Yeah, and well done for her. Like I think it's pretty darn good. And again, when I put it to you guys, 45% of you said that you love it. So it is quite 50-50 almost on this. But that's it in terms of the new makeup releases that we're going to talk about in depth. So that means we're getting on into the lightning round. Makeup Revolution have a couple of different things. So they have some primer, serums, fixing sprays, lip sheens and lip glosses ranging from £5 to £8. Then Creator Revolution have 2 different pigment palettes for £10. They have a fixing spray. They have an eye brush set for £10, a lash book for £20. They have a brow block for £6, base primer. They have 2 big eyeshadow palettes. They're £20 each. They have a pigment pot set, a light mirror, and some face jewels. Then Makeup Obsession have 2 9-pan palettes, Exhale and Inhale. They're £5 each, and they also have a Butterfly So Balm lip balm for £5. Revolution Skincare then are collaborating with Jake Jamie and have a couple of different watermelon things. So there's sheet masks, under eye patches, cleansing cloths, sprays, and some face masks. Violet Voss then have extended their collaboration with Care Bears, and they have a 6-pan eyeshadow palette, which nobody asked for. Kiko Milano have a whole chunk of different things. So there's some lipsticks, liners, glosses, eyeliners, mascaras, body oils, serums, primers, face masks, sponge, brushes, all that sort of thing. Tammy Tanuka, inspired by Sigil, have a new magic shop. In addition to that, they also have their Call of Frogs palette. So those are 7 shades, $26.93. Ico have some coloured mascaras available available now. Real Techniques have collaborated with Victoria Lynn to come out with their Electric Love collection. So it's a couple of different brushes. Lottie London then is collaborating with My Little Pony. They have 2 different eyeshadow palettes. They have the Sweet Lips and they have some gel liners and a mirror. Nathai Cosmetics then have this lipstick eyeshadow palette, which is incredibly confusing and is $35.99. Kimchi Chic Beauty have their glazed to go pressed pigment duos. Again, if you want to get those, you can use the code Elena Glam to get 15% off. So there's a new brand which is called Lounge Face, and that is by Lauren Curtis, and they have a mascara. Makeup by Mario have come out with some brow products, so it's essentially a couple of different brow pencils and some brow gels. Deadly Sin Cosmetics are releasing their Pride palette, 12 shades, $35.57. Lisa Frank is collaborating with Orly, so there's a couple of different kind of top coats. There's some nail stickers and of course nail polishes. Besame are coming back with another Disney collection. This time it's Cinderella, so you know the drill. It's a kind of a compact lipstick, all that sort of thing, $125. Kaja are coming out with their Wink Lash Trio mascara. So there's a primer, a volumizing mascara, and a lengthening mascara. Crow Pebble then are coming out with a couple of different singles. DJ's Unique Boutique are coming out with these cream pigments so they can be used as blush, bronzer, lipstick, and eyeshadow. In addition to that, they also have 12 new single eyeshadows, and they're ranging in price from $5 to $10. Indigenous Lashes then have their Indigenous palette too, and that's available now for $35.95. Saints, Angels, Sinners are coming out with a couple of different eyeshadow palettes, but they're also coming out with some face palettes and some glosses in a couple of different cases in September. Pink Crush Cosmetics then are releasing some eyeshadow bases. They're 10 different shades. In addition to that, they also have their pastel water activated cake liner for $12. Suko are coming out with their holiday collection, and that's coming out September 5th in Japan. Suko are releasing a new limited edition single shadow. Metamorphosis BF have the Lady Nay collection, so it includes an eyeshadow palette and 2 liquid highlighters. Jules Cosmetics are coming out with their nude collection, so 6 shades of liquid lipsticks. Gatita Gang have their Summer Madness eyeshadow palette, and that's available now. Playing in Makeup by Yolanda have their Earthly Desires palette for $36. Evil Eye Cosmetics have their iconic eyeshadow palette for $24. Base Blue Cosmetics have the new double layered hand cream, so there's 2 versions, avocado and peach, and they're $18 each. Hank and Henry have 6 new lip luster glosses. They're $18 each, or $60 for the bundle. Fire Vixen Lashes have their Love of Sin collection, so it includes a palette, but it also has some lash styles and some skull candles. Vixen Cosmetics then have their Girl from Rio collection, so it includes an eyeshadow palette and it also includes glosses. Bona Idol Beauty are releasing their Treasure Island palette. Endangered Cosmetics have their Sea Turtle palette, $38.14. Makeup Maniacs Cosmetics have their Acid Trip Loose Pigment for $25. In addition to that, they also have their Autumn Sprinkles quads in Pie Time and Sweater Weather, and they're $24 each. City Colored Cosmetics have their Canvas Base eyeshadow bases, 6 shades, $6 each. Dandelion Cosmetics have 7 new liquid eyeshadows. They're $6 for medium size, or you can get $3 samples. In addition to that, they also have new nail polishes, so they're pretty much in the same kind of shade as the eyeshadows, but they're $4.50 each. She Glam, which is the makeup component of Shein, have their Glam 101 collection. They have some eyeshadow palettes, $5, blush highlighters for $3, and lip liners and lipsticks for $3. Noctex Cosmetics have their Air Blush Cheek, Eye and Lip, so 3 shades, they're $15 each. JC Cosmetics then have their Magic Drops, which they say will make something waterproof if you add it to the product. Locas Boutique have their Miss LA collection, and they have an eyeshadow palette for $30, 2 liquid lipsticks and 2 lip liners. Wishful Skin from Huda have a new Honey Whip Peptide Moisturizer, and that's available for $43. Shop Yvette Beauty have new mini glasses. Chic Boutique have new retractable brow pencils, 8 shades, $12 each. Face Glaze Beauty have their Fall Ghost Pigments Extreme Multi-Chromes. They're $17 each, or $50 for all 3 of the shades. And in addition to that, they also have their limited edition multi-chrome pressed pigment eyeshadows. Youth to the People have their Mandelic Acid and Superfood Unity Exfoliant, and that is $38. Sigma have collaborated with Samantha March and she has made her favorite set. So these are existing things, but they're all bundled together and you can get the eyeshadow palette and the brushes for $53. CoSauce then have the Big Clean Mascara for $26. Give Me Glow Cosmetics are coming out with 2 different singles. They have Ice Princess and they also have Break the Ice. Givenchy Beauty have 15 new split retro liner trios. They're $12 each. Carla Cosmetics then have their Shadow Potion Gel Liner in the shade Moonlight. Winklery Beauty have Splash Multichrome Single Shadows. They're $15 each. Makeup by Shea have the Good Vibes Shea Shadow Palette. Makeup and Murder have their Poison Highlights collection. So there's 8 shades and they're color shifting. Mira Beauty have their Holy Grail Graphic Liner Palette. So one is pastel and one is neon. They're $23 each. Elf Cosmetics have 3 new lip plumping glosses. They're $6 each. Glamier have their Cotton Candy UV Neon Split Cake Liners for $14.95. Persona Cosmetics have a new Dream Stick in the shade 24 Karat Gold Highlighter. Bellegant Cosmetics have their new Candy collection, so there's some new matte liquid lipsticks, and in addition to that, they also have some glitter pots and pressed glitters. Makeup Scientist Cosmetics have their Dry Ice Hyaluronic and Aloe Matte Setting Spray. Rose Cosmetics have their Coffee Bar collection. There's the Love You a Latte Sponge for $5, and they also have the Love You a Latte eyeshadow palette for $17.99. Morphe are releasing their Make It Big collection, so there's a brush to liquid liner, a plumping lip gloss, and a volumizing mascara. C Color Cosmetics have come out with a dupe of the Norvina Volume 4. They don't say that's what it is, but they've called it the Festival Palette, and it's available now for $12. Queen Cosmetics have their Magic Liner Duo. Shop Elm Street have the Billy Forever collection, so it includes a slasher iridescent lip gloss and a Psycho Love Mirror. Makeup by Tammy are coming out with their That's So Cheeky highlighter blush palette. Notice Beauty have given a little bit of a sneak peek, but you can pre-order this Underworld collection from the 29th. Shop Mezerahi have the Repent collection, so it includes the Repent palette for $24.99, some Anarchy lashes $18, and the Party and Stocking Gloss set for $17. Gamer Glam Cosmetics then have the Gamer Pride Chromatic Eyeshadow palette, and that's available for $30. Salem Cosmetics Nola have the Dark Fae collection. So they are some new gloss shades. They're $12 each. And finally, we have Estee Lauder, who are doing a Disney collaboration, and they have had the jewelry designer Monica Rich Kozan design these. And it basically includes one Perfect Pair powder compact for $200. And then they have the Bolder the Better powder compact for $175. So that's it in terms of the full new makeup releases. So that means that we're on to the sneak peeks. So there's quite a few things, and I am nervous about this one. This is Makeup Revolution, and they said that this is our most rebellious collection yet. Which character is your favorite? They're going for DC, so they're going for Batman, the Joker, Catwoman, all of that. I am nervous because I love that.
Like, I love Batman.
Yeah.
I love it. Like the earlier movies. I've always watched those. Like I'm kind of nervous. Like because Revolution has a reputation of ruining things for me.
I mean, the last time that they did a collection that I had some sort of like sentimental attachment to was The Nightmare Before Christmas. And in my opinion, don't come for me, I hated it.
It was so bad.
It was terrible. And apparently the quality wasn't great either. So I was like, and then when I put it to you guys, 36% of you said that you want it. We're coming out of summer and they're already putting Christmas collections down our throat. And this is Too Faced with their Cinnamon Swirl. How dare you? How dare you use my little baby boy's name in vain?
Yeah.
Cinnamon is disgusted with this palette, as am I. This is very much like all of their previous palettes that they've done, but less interesting.
Yeah, it's like the same palettes every year that they done the gingerbread, the gingerbread spice, the same color story. This is just so muted that I don't get why there's like 9 of those really, really light shades. That are they even gonna show on anyone? I don't like this at all. Like the lippy looks nice.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, I agree. And then the random thing of purple. Like Too Faced do just love putting a purple into an eyeshadow palette.
I feel like it's their thing now.
Yeah.
Purple pop.
Like, okay.
Like, this is interesting. Let's add one purple there. It's gonna be amazing.
Where do you want to put it? We'll put it just here. It's always down at the bottom row. Always bottom row. Don't know what it's about, but I hate it. Like I have a very visceral response to this. Like I don't like it.
I don't like it at all. I hate it so much.
Yeah, when I put it to you guys, 11% of you said that you wanted it. So most of you are saying. Natasha Denona is coming out with a new palette. This is their retro palette, I believe. So it does look like it's a cool toned sort of pinky purpley neutral, which is coming out apparently in September.
5 years too late.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't hate it. Like I don't absolutely hate it. I feel like there's some beautiful colors, but then again, I'm like, everybody has those colors already.
Mm-hmm.
We've done these like modern Renaissance romantic palette from Beauty Bay. There's 10 million palettes that has this color story. Like I don't get why now. Like I get that people are like, oh, like doing so many like Y2K and like trying to do those kind of vibes back, but like I don't think this is like, if I think of retro, I don't think of this.
I agree. It's very strange. I do think though it does again fill a void in Natasha's collection. She doesn't have anything like this so far. That being said, I don't care. It's not for me. When I polled you guys, 36% of you want it. Last week we were super confused by MAC, who were coming out with amazing stuff and then not so great stuff. And this is more of their New Year's collection, it seems. They're coming out with a Lunar Lights highlighter, which looks so pretty, and 4 Powder Kiss lipsticks.
I want them all. Like all of those, like those 4 colors look so pretty. They look like the powders, like velvet, and the highlighter.
Oh.
Look stunning. This is so beautiful.
I mean, I've said it before, when MAC do it right, they do it very, very right.
Yeah,
you know,
if this was like sending my way, I would be so happy. Like I love those colors. Like look at that really cool toned light purpley shades, and then that pink and the nude and the like darker. I think there's something for everyone. And then the highlighter, it doesn't work for every skin tone. I would have liked to maybe see a couple of more shades, but then it's still really pretty. Like,
and I'll also say it is still a sneak peek. So
so there could be more stuff with this.
And then in addition to that, they're collaborating with Rosalia Oat to release a collection, and the first item is this palette, so essentially a face palette. This screams Huda to me.
Why? We don't need, again, like I don't like these face palettes. I don't feel like this you can use all of the shades.
They've also come out with some more holiday collection stuff. So there's 2 palettes. There's going to be 6 shades each. They're circular, and you know how I love a circular palette. Why, MAC? Why? We know you can do really good things. Why are you coming out with this? No.
It's not the best. The shimmers look like satin shades also. Like I don't get why we're still doing those.
And then further stuff from their holiday collection, they have their Step Right Up Extra Dimension Skin Finish palette. There's going to be 2 versions, and they're 3 shades each. So one is a lighter version and then the other one is a darker version.
Well, this one I don't hate. I think with the lighter one I could probably use all of the shades.
Yeah, I think that's quite smart. This is what I'm saying. I'm like, MAC.
Yeah, there's like they do so good and then there's so bad and like sometimes so confusing. Like, why? What's going on?
Again, what's going on? Melt have their number 99 mascara fan brush.
What? Like this is the same category as the mascara. Are you out of ideas?
I don't get it.
You're releasing like mascara fan brush. I'm so confused.
I don't understand it.
And also, like, are those even her real lashes?
Of course not.
Like someone's saying there, she's wearing falsies. So what do the real lashes look like with it?
Yeah. But I mean, this is just a fan brush, so
that's not gonna talk about the product, but still, like,
it's weird.
Don't get why release just one brush. Why isn't it like a brush set?
Then Ariana Grande is coming out with a new beauty line. It's called Orient Beauty. Then Givenchy are coming out with their holiday collection. So there's an eyeshadow palette, 2 lipsticks, and 2 split face powders. They're coming out in October in Asia, various shades of beige. Then Dior have 2 quints and a blush and some nail polishes as well coming out for their holidays. Clinique then also have a holiday collection. It's a face palette and a lipstick set. I mean, that's par for the course with them, really.
That face palette.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is stunning.
And do you know what? If it's the same formula as like the Cheek Pop,
yeah, I know a lot of people really like those.
I think that could be, they could be onto something there. I think those are some nice shades. So I'm not unhappy with it. But apparently it's not coming out until November in Asia. Then Bobbi Brown has shown some of the stuff from their Christmas collection. So they're coming out with a Luxe highlighter duo. That's going to be coming out in November. And in addition to that, they also have some single highlighters as well. And they have some lipsticks that are coming out. Tom Ford is releasing their Lava Luster Quads. So there's 2 versions and they're going to be 4 shades each. We have Yves Saint Laurent and they're coming out with an advent calendar, some Christmas sets, and part of that is their Le Libre Eau de Parfum. So that, I mean, that's quite, but we can see like they have their eyeshadow palette, which is, I mean, it's a purpley neutral, and then some lipstick.
I have to say it's not the absolute worst that I've seen.
It's better than I would have expected from them.
Yeah.
Then Suco Official are releasing a new product as part of their holiday collection. It's a smooth matte loose powder. Chanel have this as part of their holiday collection. Nothing says Christmas like beige. It's terrible.
Like every shade looks similar, like the same.
Rather importantly, you get the amazing sponge applicators.
Yeah, I don't think we could pass this up because of those sponges.
We must get them.
Yeah.
Must. Tiffany, let's go and get ourselves some Chanel quads. But how is it like shades look exactly the same?
Yeah, it's like, why would you buy that?
I love the shade so much that I'm going to have it 4 times in the one palette that is just 4 shades. It's so
Yeah.
No. Then we have Shy Bear Cosmetics and they have their Sinful Succubus palette. It has 8 mattes, 1 matte that has like shimmer in it, and then 3 super shimmers. Glisten Cosmetics then have 6 new UV split liners. You can get them in 3 gram or 10 gram jars. I think that's quite smart to have them in different sizes.
Yeah.
OC Beauty have their Drifting on a Memory palette. That's coming out in September. No. Wednesday Cosmetics have their Blood Moon palette. So that's coming out on the 13th of September. Then Alexa Persico Cosmetics have some cream lipsticks that are coming out.
Yeah.
ZC Cosmetics then are adding 2 new Glittery Galaxy liquid shadows in Pink Coral and Dewy Diamond. JD Glow Cosmetics, which can I just say, every time I see anything from JD Glow, I think of Daniela. But they're coming out with a new liquid gel liner in the shade Fool's Gold. That's interesting. Touch of Glam Beauty have a new extra foil shadow that's coming out soon. Makeup Maniacs are coming out with 2 new Halloween highlighters, which kind of stress me out because they're the marbled ones, and I'm like, ugh, no thank you. Menagerie are basically saying they're coming out with a volume 2 of their like octopus whale thingy.
Oh, look at the picture.
I know.
Octopus.
Their packaging is amazing, but I've had so many issues with this brand that I'm like, I just can't.
I don't have high hopes for like being able to order anything from them.
No, and even if you did, it probably wouldn't get to you. Then Elon Musk have said that they are, can we even call it a collab if the person is dead?
Yeah.
They are doing this Amy Winehouse collection. I don't know, that kind of gives me the ick.
I'm worried. What's it gonna be like?
And then the very last thing is that Beauty Bay have said that something magical is coming. So this would have been around about this time last year that they came out with their Book of Magic and they made that limited edition. So I'm wondering if this is Book of Magic 2.
Oh my God, Book of Magic 2. I will need to get it.
Same.
Like I love my Beauty Bay palettes. I haven't had time to play with the Wilderness, but
Oh, you'll love it.
the colors is like so pretty. But I like if it's something like this and like a good color story, I might need to pick it up because I'm like in the mind state that I have to collect them all because I have like the 3. I don't have the new romantic, but that wasn't like interesting to me.
That's your thing. That's fair.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Book of Magic 2. Imagine that.
But that's it. That's the whole thing. There's been a lot of stuff this week. like, let's be real.
A lot of stuff.
A lot. That's it. You know the general drill. Go find Tia, check her out. You know, if you want to be a Patreon of hers, I highly recommend it. She's quite excellent and a very nice human. So I also do a Patreon. I'm not very nice, so just, you know, the Lord give it, the Lord take it away. Do please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the notification bells. I do this every week. It's a whole thing, you know. It's out every Saturday morning. Why not? You know, it's fun. Do please share, because sharing is caring, unless of course it's an STD, in which case, you know, wrap it up. Don't be gross. But that's it. That's the whole thing, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Bye.